Hey there, Japanese Retro Game Center with a long overdue video. I was gonna say YouTube video, but now what I'm gonna do is go exclusively on Patreon. So I wanted to talk about that, and while I talk about that, I wanted to show off my little Famicom disc case, console case. So I'm gonna fiddle with that while I talk, so to keep you interested, right? So I've been doing YouTube and doing some Super Famicom collection videos and, sorry, and all kinds of other things, right? What other pickup videos and whatnot, things going on. But with YouTube, it wasn't really going anywhere. So, very low, view count and stuff like that. So it was like, what's the point, right? And, also watching the bigger YouTube video guys putting so much effort into their videos with very little return, right? Like, really, what's the point? So, but I do want to make videos. I do want to show things off. It's just, I don't have the time, right? Or not enough time to be making them regularly, have a day job, and I'm selling games to people, right, all around the world through eBay and stuff, and I want to continue that. Because, well, that makes a little more money, right? Gotta feed the kids, right? Baby needs diapers, all that stuff. So, so what I decided to do now is Patreon. Patreon has come up, and I'm gonna go through that. So, I'm gonna go through the process of, actually probably getting rid of all my YouTube videos, my YouTube channel, and just putting everything on Patreon and make it exclusive. So, like, if basically if one person subscribes to Patreon and pledges like $1, right, then that's probably $1 more than I ever would have made from YouTube. Like, I've made a little bit of money on YouTube, but they have that threshold thing, so they haven't actually paid me out yet in 5 years or whatever. So yeah, so if you want to see retro game goodness from Japan, right, exclusive content, right, stuff like this, all my pickups and things I add to my collection and stuff, those will become Patreon exclusives. You'll still see the games that I sell and stuff. It'll be through Patreon, but that'll be free to anybody, and I'll still be active on Twitter. I love interacting with everybody on Twitter. Facebook, if people go through Facebook, it's very rare, but usually we go through Twitter. So, stuff like that. Alright, so I'm going to be doing that. So moving everything over towards Patreon. And I may be able to get help instead of just being a one-man gang. We shall see. So yeah, this is my cool little Famicom disc system. It's like it would hold a disc system in here, and it actually has holes. Oh, sorry. You can't see that part. So it has holes every which way in the front and in the back, or the front or the back, whichever way you want to look at it, so that you could actually keep your Famicom disc in here and plug it in and play. And then there's plenty of places for the discs and the games and controllers, I guess, and whatnot. So what I've done is I've just loaded up with all discs and the odd shaped, like, okay, I got a Famicom disc, but it's CD shaped, right? Because they're old boy band, or I have some disc games that are like video cassette tape, or even bigger than that, like, I guess like a PC. Yeah. So PC game, I guess, style, or the Wave Jack and random stuff. Old Squaresoft title that's like a book or something, right? And then some extra and whatever else my Famicom disc stuff that I wanted to put in here and get kind of out of the way. There's even some actual like slots for it right there, which is nice. So this is really cool. Something else I need to because I'm halfway through my Famicom disc collection, so I need lots of space, and this helps greatly. And it's cool. Bowser's a little like weird color, right? But that's Super Mario 2, right? The harder Mario game. And bam, bam. Lock that bad boy up. This would be awesome. This is my salaryman suitcase, right? So take that with me. Take this with me on my business trips, right? The best suitcase ever. So that's that. So like I said, I'm going to go through from YouTube to Patreon, right? YouTube wasn't doing anything for me. And with the recent news about the ads, you know, losing ads and other people losing ad revenue and things like pro wrestling, like, is you can't monetize pro wrestling anymore. I don't know how far they go with that and how true that is. So things like that. Video games is probably gonna, you know, happen next, or things are being demonetized anyway. Like I was making any money anyway to begin with. So with all that crap, Patreon seems the way to go. So let's do that. Alright, so today, now that you can see, I have a big box right here. So, picked up a bunch of Famicom games. So, some I'll probably need, some I don't. I didn't really, I took a picture of one a couple days ago just because it was a weird picture when I opened up the box, to make sure that that the games weren't broken. Hopefully none are broken. They, like how you see them, like here, that was, how the guy shipped them to me. So, sometimes in Japan, of all places, with their omotenashi culture, right, their hospitality culture, sometimes people don't live up to that standard. So yeah, no bubble wrap shipping across Japan from wherever. So I picked up a buttload of Famicom games, and so just go through it. And see, you know, hashtag Famicom art is better, right? Cassette art. Usually I do box art, but this time will be cassette art. So I go through the games. I only saw, this was like a Yahoo auction, right? So I picked up online, obviously. And they only showed the picture of like what was on top, so a handful of games. So let's see what we have. So I'm looking at, except for when I looked at them originally, right? I'm looking at everything for the first time. So let's go through. So, let's start off with The American Dream. Not Dusty Roads, but Pachinko, right? So, little Pachinko game right here. This isn't a big, was that Pachio-kun? Is that character? Pachio-kun? Yeah, I think so. So that's a pretty big series, Pachinko. Lots of Pachinko games on the Famicom. Alright, this is the one I took the picture of. Vegas Connection. So, awesome looking guy with the silver nose. Not brown nose in it, he's silver nosing it. So I don't know what kind of like drug or other joke you can make with that. But that's the today's caption contest is that. Vegas Connection. So casino game. Casino games are pretty popular too. Here we go. Mahjong. Okay. So this is Mahjong with the picture label. They also had the what do you call it? The pulse label, like the original round. So this is, I guess, the second round of Mahjong from Nintendo. F1 Race. I believe F1 Race always had the picture, right? So, here's F1 Race. Faded a bit. It has a, we call it a recycle, I don't want to call it a recycle shop. Famicom Land. So, it has the stores, the game stores, the secondhand stores. They like to put their own stickers on it back in the day, so that's one of those. I'm not taking that off. It wouldn't come off very well, probably. So, that's that. What else? It's like Koshien, which is like the baseball, the high school baseball tournament. So this is a game like that. I might need this game. So, I'm going to put that off to the side over here. I think I need that for the collection. Family Stadium, this be, I guess number 3 probably in this series. I'm actually looking at the boxes I have to the right, so, I already have this. It has the sticker on top. Yeah, so the 88 data here. Right? But I have that. Oh, another F1 race in a not so tanned, right? Before, after, right? So it's tanned a bit. It's been through a lot. But this one looks a lot better. It has it has some markings on it. There's F1 race. Oh, and this was somebody put their own label on that. So it says Matsubara, but in Japanese Matsubara, right? So Matsubara, I have your game number 5. So call me, right? Text me if you want that back, right? Alright. Another F1 race. Alright, what's an F1 race is? Golf, the old school Golf. There's the Pulse label right there. Is that? There it is, Golf. So it has the katakana there and the English on there. Golf. This was like the 4-player Yonin Uchi Mahjong. I'm not a big Mahjong guy, sorry, but they had a couple versions. So this is the, I guess the second version. They had the original Mahjong and they had this. So one of many Mahjong games. Speaking of which, Golf. Mahjong. So this was a 100-game set. So sit back, relax, right? Grab a tasty beverage. We're going to go through a lot. Let's see. Dragon Slayer 4. Alright. Nice little game. The label might be the best thing about this game. I'm not sure. Dragon Slayer 4. Very cool game. Alright. Namcot, right? For Namco. Binary Land with name marked. Okay, so Binary Land. Very cool game, right? So, let's go. Final Fantasy 2. Alright, this is the hashtag Japanese cassette art is better. In this shop, they put a little okay. Like, I tested it and it was okay. Check. We checked it, right? So, it works. Good to know. I will check it again anyway. So, Arkanoid. So here's what Arkanoid looks like. This is the... That is the first one, right? So Arkanoid. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I have a couple. I have one where... I have one I showed in a previous like picture on Twitter or video. The label on the back was like upside down on the other one. So, cartridge variant. So I think I actually kept it. Alright. Super Pitfall from Pony Canyon, right? Part of the Fuji TV network, like, conglomerate, right? In Japan. And as you can tell, they kind of went with the Nintendo Basic as well, because they worked with them, right? Like Doki Doki Panic, right? Yoshi's egg, right? Yeah, Yoshi no Tamago. So there we go. There's a picture of that. Yes, all the cartridges are colorful, right? Baseball game, Harikiri Stadium, right? So not quite as popular. Namcot's version, I guess, of Family Stadium, give or take. Right? Oh, here's the Pulse label, Mahjong. And, yeah, it just had the other Mahjong, right? It went somewhere. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is, right here. So, there you go. Comparison shot. Version 1, version 2, version 1, version 2. There you go. Mahjong. There's the picture label. Golf, we can do that with Golf too. Version 1, version 2, version 1, version 2. When you have the square button Famicom box, this picture shows up, right? And then I think when they, by the time that they came out with the plastic circular button Famicom, I think they already went the picture label for that. Old school game, Star Luster. This was probably one of the first games I picked up when I started getting into Famicom over here in Japan, because it was in my wife's house. Her brother had left it over, right? Another one follows the same thing, same story with Star Luster, Doraemon. So here is another Doraemon. So I know some people. Doraemon's pretty popular, right? They have their English version now. Let's see. Jango. Jango. So a Mahjong game from Victor. I think I need this. So put that to the side. Dungeon and Magic. I think I have this, but I'll put it off to the side. And it has a sticker right on top of the label. Boo, 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 boo. But they're kind of cool though. The labels from the stores from back in the day. So I'll keep that. Devil World. Alright, here we go. So the Pulse label, Devil World. Alright, so, you know, I think I talked about it on my Patreon a little bit before, or when I posted the picture label one, I think, just a couple days ago. So the US and Europe only released because it has crosses and obviously devils and all that. So, Tom Sawyer with matching, but not in quite the same space, We checked them stickers. So, I think there's a couple Tom Sawyer games. This is the more common one from Squaresoft. Square's Tom Sawyer. So, I think they had an anime or whatever back in the 80s. What's that? Let's see. Golf. Baseball. I love a baseball game. It was fun to play. Good to play back in college dormitories, right? Let's see. Hanano Star Kaido. Hanano Star Kaido. So, based off of some, I think some actual, like, entertainers, right? So, Geinokai Action Game, right? So, from Comedian Action Game or whatever. So, I think I have that. Pretty sure I have that. There's Famista, right? Famista 88. Here's the original Famista. I have it right there. Pro Yaku Family Stadium, right? Right there. Can't have Yoshi's Egg without Yoshi's Cookie. And so, newer game. In the Famicom cycle, so it's still in good shape. Soccer. Let's see. Soccer League Winners' Cup. Right? Soccer League Winners' Cup right there. Okay. Like I said, I'm going through this as you are. So, for the first time. So, it's hard to read, but somebody actually put the label on there, right? Quite common. Make your own little labels and do that. Palamedes, right? Or Paramedesu, right? So, there's that. I think I need this. This might have been when I bought it, right? Bought the 100 games just for that one, right? Just for a couple. Oh, this one too. Touch, touch, koko ni touch, right? So if you know that song, that's a famous anime, right? It has that great song. Manga, I guess, as well. So I think I need that. Shanghai no Michi. Ah, Family Mahjong 2, right? Family Stadium, so Family Mahjong. Namco's Stadium. Let's get into it here. SD Gundam Gachapon Senshi 3 AU Senki. Alright, so the war simulation with the SD Gundam. Many games, right? Like that. Here's one of them. Right, pretty good. Knights of the Zodiac. Saint Seiya, right? There were 2 games. This is the first one, I believe. I believe the blue one was the first one, right? Bandai with their unique Bandai cartridge, right? Good stuff. Hide Light Special. I know there was Hide Light in the US, right? It made it out of Japan. Did the Special make it out too? This is, yeah, that's Hide Light Special. Which, as far as I know, it's the same game. Horse racing. Wouldn't be Japan without horse racing. So here you go. Horse racing right there. And it's got its own unique. That's the original label, but it's a little bit different than what you normally see. Homei, right? Yeah, Homei. Keiba. Horse racing. The Golf 92. So, another little golf game. Really good shape right there. Go Ichi, Go 1 was the company. Right? Warpman. So, the old Namco, right? The old Namco. Hey, this is number 8 in the series. They like to number them. Namco and Taito, right? They numbered their games. And, like, the Family Trainer, right? I'm looking around. So, some of them numbered them. And Bandai, they did for the Super Famicom, right? I don't think they did for Famicom so much. Other than, like, Family Trainer. Anyway, Warpman, they actually had the gameplay footage on the labels, right? That's old school right there. Oh, another American Dream. So, 2 people can now live the American Dream on Famicom. Taito Basketball. Taito Basketball with the Famicom Shop sticker on the back. Right there. Here's another SD Gundam. I believe it's also a war simulation game as well. Oh, sorry. Battle All Sumo. Sorry, my mistake. So that's the sumo one. Battle All Sumo. So, Gundam Sumo. Robot Sumo, right? Tokoro-san no Mamoru mo Semeru mo, right? So that's off of, that's a game, one of the Tokoro George game, a famous, fairly famous comedian. Not in the top 3, not like a Beat Takeshi who made his own games, or Sanma or something. But maybe top 10, maybe? So he's up there. So he had a game right there. Here is Bases Loaded, more or less, right? So Moero Pro Yaku. This is the first one of this series. Jalico, right? I'm a little fuzzy which is like actually Bases Loaded, like, because are they direct ports or not exactly, but that's in that series, right? Choplifter, another Jalico game right there, Choplifter. With great game instructions on the back if the sticker wasn't in the way. Tecmo Gekito Pro Resu. So, right there. Looks like Inoki a little bit right there. So there's the Tecmo Pro Wrestling game. It's a pretty good game. Golf, is this Birdie? Yes, Birdie Rush. So there's Birdie Rush on Famicom. Right there. Standard label on the back. So Daiva, right? Daiva Space. I think that's also War Simulation if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Baseball SNK game on the Famicom. Ooh, and it actually says SNK, right? So this is Baseball Star? Yeah, Baseball Star. So, good little game right there. Ooh. Zenbei Pro Basketball. Zenbei Pro Basketball. All America Pro Basketball. Put that one to the side. I may need that one. I think I have that one, but I'll put it to the side. What's this? Furome Olden? I can't remember the Japanese. I have that, I think. But man, cover, right, is cool. Number 17 from Taito, right? Super Real Baseball. It's real. It's damn real. It's baseball, right? Let's see. Side Pocket. Alright, so here's Side Pocket for Famicom. I just picked up the boxed Mega Drive. I'd never seen that before, so it's up on eBay if you want it. Another Daiva right there. Another Bases Loaded, Moiro Pro Yaku. Obake Kyutaro. So, from the same artist as Doraemon, right? Yeah. So this was another series from back in the day about a little ghost and whatnot. You can tell, like, okay, yeah, those are Doraemon characters, right? It's easy to spot. Okay. Hon Shogi. So, Shogi game with Mahjong. There's also Shogi, right? So that's one of those. This is, and yes, that's the real label on the back. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. So negative. Number 1 was this. Why do I want to say this is... It can't be Iron, right? But it's number 1 in the series, right? Mahjong. Dun dun dun. Right, Mahjong. So do we have a baker's dozen yet? Another Hide Light Special. Looking good. Right there. Another Yoshi's Cookie. Okay. Another Golf. Alright. Another F1 race. Here is Gachapon Senshi 2. So that's Capsule Wars is what they call this one. Capsule Wars. So there's another one in the Gundam series. Puss in Boots, part of the, that's the Toei, right? So, with the Toei, right, you know, like the Jump Right mascot or whatever. So there's a game with that. Fighting Golf, another SNK, right? Everything with SNK has to be about fighting. Even golf is a fighting, right? Fighting game or whatever. Seirigari, right? So it had a label on there, and that's the side effects of putting a label on something, right? It's right there. Here's a good game, Jalico. So, Ninja Kun, right? So the Jajamaru series. Ninja Kun right there with the great label on the back. Here's Namco's Pro Wrestling. So, right there. This was which one? Tag Team, right? Tag Team Pro Wrestling right there. Sticker on the back. No sticker on the top on this one. Another Hon Shogi right there. I'll put you with the other one. Pinball. So the Pulse label. Pinball old school. Nintendo Famicom. Pinball. Right there. Let's see. Tokyo Pachislo Adventure. With a label on there. With a little alien guy. Right, so I think we've seen most of the major Famicom shop labels right there. Good chip in the back. Do I need this? I don't think I need it, but I'll put it to the side just in case. The Yonin Uchi Mahjong right there. Argus. Argus. Yes. Alright, right there. Good game. Think I need this one. Clacks. I don't think I have Clacks on Famicom. So right there. Clacks. He wrote it in English. That was no Japanese on there. It's Hudson and Atari. Even has Tengen on there. So, guess that must have been in the US first, huh? Here's picture label. Soccer. Right there. Nintendo Soccer. Getting down there, guys. Bear with me, right? Binary Land. Oh, there it is. Pachyo-kun 3. So there's another game in that series like I was talking about. Here we go. I just loaded one of these up too a while ago. Transformers Mystery of Convoy, right? So one of the the Famicom Hard, right? If you want to call it that series. Has a unique label on the back. That's not the original label there. So, yeah, look that up. F1 Race, picture label. Okay, base is loaded. What else? Fighting Golf. Okay, a couple of those now. Pulse label baseball. Family Tennis, again with that art right there. There we go. Oh. Top Gun Dual Fighters. So instead of calling it the second mission, they called it Dual Fighters. Right, so there is Top Gun. Add to the Top Gun collection, right? Another Harikiri Stadium. Right there. There's maybe the most common Famicom game. Soccer, picture label soccer. Although soccer and pachinko would like to disagree. Do I have this? I think I have it, but I'll put it aside. Lots. Okay. Looking right there. Pony Canyon, right? Lunar Ball. There we go. Yes. So, Lunar Ball right there. Let's look at F1 Hero. F1 was more popular in Japan, right, than in the United States for obvious reasons. So, we'll see a few more F1 games. What is this? Nippon Ichi Mekai?